Hey folks, welcome back to Naman Reviews. Today is a very special review. Super excited to be unboxing and reviewing the Batman Deluxe version by Hot Toys. I actually bought the Bat Signal separately, so I'll be reviewing that and the Bat Cycle as soon as they arrive. But I loved Matt Reeves' take on Batman. It was a fantastic film. Reminded me of movies like Seven and showed the Cape Crusaders detective side. Seen it many times, so I can't wait to see what Hot Toys has done with this figure. Before we check it out, please hit the like button and subscribe button to support my channel.
The front of the box looks absolutely gorgeous. The DNA of the Batman film written all over it. Love how they've contrasted the red with the gray label over here. I love how shiny the Batman logo is. Even the Riddler here, a bit shiny. Love all that rain all over Gotham City. I really like the side profile of the Batman. Excellent likeness here. Likeness over here isn't as good, but hopefully when we get the toy out, the likeness will be better front on. The side of the box continues that design. You've still got that gray label going all around the box. Batman logo right in the center. Again, very shiny, very beautiful, high quality box by Hot Toys. I really like how shiny these Riddler symbols are. You've got some legalese, some warnings. Of course, that label continues at the back. Lifting the cover reveals a window box design, and there's plenty of goodies in here. When you turn the box around, you can see some nice artwork. You've got Batman in 3 poses over here: stoic pose, grappling gun, springing into action. I also like you have the Batman portrait right behind the fonts. Looks pretty cool. I also like that they're teasing the Batmobile over here. They've been teasing it for quite a long time, but they haven't announced it officially yet. Maybe they're waiting to see how well this figure sells. Here's everything that was inside of the box. You've got an extra cape which was under the tray. You've got this interesting background, booklet, and over here you have the sculpt, Batman, couple faceplates, lots of weapons, accessories, and over here you've got the base.
Before we take out all the accessories, let's take a quick peek at the head sculpt. First impressions are that this head sculpt is really good. I really like the mold. The portrait looks nice side profile. I do wish that the paint apps were a bit better on the sculpt, and this is one of those sculpts that actually looks better on camera than it does on hand, which is kind of strange. But it feels like it's missing a coat of paint that would really bring out those details. So, very nice sculpt.
Let's take a quick look at Batman himself. This is a really cool suit. Very nicely done by Hot Toys. That's a nice sculpt. Faceplate looks nice. I feel like the more intense faceplates will look even better on this. Interesting choice. They've gone with a magnetic head, just like the Dark Knight DX19. I really like the fact that this is all fabric. What that means is that we're going to have some nice articulation for once on a Batman toy by Hot Toys. Always a good idea to read your booklet to learn how to articulate your figure and use the accessories correctly without damaging your toy. This particular booklet comes with an extra sheet, and the sheet tells you that this toy has 2 capes, as we saw earlier. There's a longer cape for regular posing, and there's a shorter cape for posing on the bike. Both of these capes come with wires for styling, but the one on the bike comes with extra wires. So there are 5 wires in this one, and you can do more poses, more fluttering of the cape thanks to these extra wires. So that sounds like a lot of fun. Once I do get the bike, I'm definitely going to use this cape. Let's see what the booklet has to say. So it teaches you how to do the eyeball rolling function, which is very cool. There was a time when the eyeball rolling was just a DX feature, but even regular toys now have rolling eyeballs, which is great. How to change the heads, how to put the cape on, how to put the tools on his belt, how do you attach the batarang to his chest and remove it. Mine Mine came out when I opened the box, so I had to put it back in. How to put him on the bike, put the wingsuit on, assemble the diorama, and of course you can light up the diorama too with a USB-C cord. More on how to assemble the diorama and assembling the backdrop, which looks fantastic to me. Some safety concerns. Those ears are pointy, so don't poke them on your skin or anyone else's skin. And some more warnings. And that's it. Here are all the accessories that the Batman comes with, not including the diorama pieces. So you've got the head sculpt, you've got a cowl, you've got a neck piece that goes on this when you're putting it on the body. You've got two faceplates that fit on the mask sculpt. For some reason, they look like Lawrence Fishburne to me. You've got this hair piece for a more emo look on the unmasked sculpt. Got quite a few hands, including relaxed hands, holding hands, fists, some batarangs, handcuffs,
Sticky bomb launcher,
tools for the tool belt, grappling hook, and a smaller grappling hook. I guess this is the grappling hook in motion. And you've also got this tool to manipulate the eyes. And you've got a very nice envelope and card from the Riddler. Finally, you also have these extra pegs, which I really appreciate because you never know when you'll need them. And I was kind of disappointed by InArt Gandalf because it did not have the extra wrist pegs. And you never know when they'll break, so I especially love the envelope and the greeting card. The envelope looks very accurate to the film. You can even open it if you want to slide the greeting card inside. Secret friend who? We all remember that line from the trailer in the film. Really amazing attention to detail by Hot Toys to include all the writing inside, the riddle inside. What does a liar do when he's dead? You even got the codes that the Riddler used. Let's play a game, me and you. Wow, I'm so impressed that they even have a barcode here. I wonder if you scan the barcode if it takes you to something. Just a quick sample of the hands, and very nicely crafted. Love all the dry brushing around the knuckles. Gives them a very realistic look. I like the gloves themselves. They have a very special forces type of look. Very suitable for the modern depiction of Batman. And as I mentioned, they're quite soft. So this is one area where Hot Toys is excelling compared to InArt and Blitzway. They have actually softened the hands, so it's easier to get them to hold weapons, hold accessories. Again, the quality of the handcuffs is excellent. Hot Toys has been cutting corners on accessories for a while, but with the Batman figure, I think it's an important product for them. So they haven't cut any corners. The plastic is very high quality on everything, and the paint apps where they are needed are really good. The grappling hooks are very nicely done. I do wish that there was a semi-open grappling hook. So you've got a grappling hook that hasn't been launched and a grappling hook that has been completely launched. Maybe they could have done something in the middle, but very nicely done. High quality plastic again. So if they've done something interesting with the grappling gun, instead of giving us a grappling gun, they've given us two of these accessories. One says R and one says L, and they fit on his right forearm and left forearm. And they kind of fit like an accessory you'd have for an Iron Man figure. So it's not an actual gun accessory. It just fits on his forearm, and then you can do some action poses.
Of course, the grappling hook accessory that we saw earlier also fits on the swap out part.
Here's a sticky bomb gun. Very nicely done again. High quality plastic. Very detailed. Some dry brushing around the sticky bomb gun and the sticky bomb itself, just to give it that realistic look. You can also put the sticky bomb inside. There you go. It's inside. Now, if you can't get it out, which is quite possible because it fits quite snugly, don't panic. Over here, there's a gap, so you can just put this tool inside the gap and get that sticky bomb back outside. There you go. You probably heard it drop. There it is. The quality of the accessories on this toy continues to surprise and delight me. For example, these feel like metal, these feel like die cast, and that's really cool. Also quite sharp, nicely painted with all the silver dry brushing. Don't know if you can hear that, but nice metallic pieces from Hot Toys. I love this cowl. Really great job by Hot Toys. Highly detailed. You can even see the battle scars all around it. Over here, up top. Definitely taking some blows. I love the richness in the color. Look at the seams. They definitely put a wash on this just to bring out all the colors. Of course, you can't put his head actually inside. This is just an accessory. But an outstanding one. Love these faceplates. Very suitable looks. Very aggressive look. An intense look. Really like them. Nicely painted. For some reason, they look like Lawrence Fishburne to me. But that's just me, isn't it? I also like how they've done the teeth. So realistic. So let's take a closer look at the Robert Pattinson skull. Maybe I was a bit harsh on it earlier, but I do think that the paint apps are just a bit lacking. Not as detailed as some of their best work. I do like how they've done the stubble though. Eyes look really good too, very haunting. Of course, there's that makeup around the eyes that this Batman film introduced us to. Hair looks okay, but if you want, you can take it out. This is magnetic. And you can add the emo hair. So that hair actually looks better. This does look more like him. You can move the back of the head. You can use this tool to move the eyes around. So let's do that just for a second. Okay. Now he just looks like a zombie. We need to bring it back down a bit. Nice looking to the side. So you can get quite a few looks with this. Overall, I do like this hair accessory. It looks much better than I thought it would. Unfortunately, the coloring is not uniform. So this hairpiece has lighter hair color, while this is darker at the back, and that makes it stand out a little bit. Plus, you can see the seam quite easily. That being said, I feel like I'm nitpicking a little bit because overall, the hair accessory is quite nice. Over the years, Hot Toys has created this small industry of cape makers who sell capes to people who buy Batman figures from Hot Toys. And that's because the quality of Hot Toys capes hasn't been the greatest lately. However, this is a really good cape. Plenty of wires for styling. This is the shorter cape, I believe, for the bike. So you've got a wire here, wire here, wire here, wire here. So I believe you have 5 wires in this one. Look at all the dirt at the end of the cape, all that mud. Very nicely painted. Quality of the cape does not feel bad. You might still want to buy a third-party cape if you're looking for a leather cape, but this is not bad at all. We're going to see the wingsuit in action later, but just wanted to point out the quality of the soft goods. Really beautifully done. Look at all the intricate work, the zips, the straps, even the quality of the wingsuit is really nice. Feels good. For example, with Hawkeye, there was a really huge problem with the jacket, with the zip breaking, but the zips here are very high quality actually. It's a 3D lenticular backdrop, and if you look at it from different angles or if you move it around a bit, I don't think you can see it on camera, but if you move it around a little bit, the flames, they look like they're moving. and it's just stunning. And it feels really good too. Of course, it is a lenticular backdrop. So Hot Toys has gone from giving us those terrible backdrops for the Mandalorian toys to this 3D backdrop. And it is beautiful. So Hot Toys has given us a lot of display options, immense play value, and the build quality of these parts is really good. All these pieces feel very solid, and they're really nicely painted. So you've got this rusty look on all of them. Look at that finish, very nice. I love this. Feels very Gotham City. You could imagine Batman standing on top of this, just looking down on the city. Looks gorgeous. So here is the default look for this base. But of course you can add this fancy plate on top. Nice metallic red and black finish. Or you can add this one. Of course, this is the explosion from the car chase scene. I think it would go well with the lenticular backdrop. The diorama is quite modular, so you can get a lot of different looks and you can have a lot of fun. Kind of like a Lego block. So you can attach this like this. And then you can add these railings on either side. You can put this one here or there. Likewise, you can attach this railing on the left or right. There you go, looks quite good. If you need some support, you can add this crotch support piece here. Also, wanted to mention that this is USB powered, so you can use a USB-C cord to attach it to a power source, and these two steps light up. Unfortunately, this step does not light up. So it might look a bit awkward, but you can just connect this up top here. And now you've got that covered. But you might be wondering, well, isn't Batman just going to fall down? And that's where you can attach this base. Looks good, right? There is actually a third display option too. You remove this base plate, put this on top. There you go. I don't mind this one because this gives more space for fights. Hopefully we can get a villain for Batman to fight. Otherwise we might have to resort to third-party figures. But if this attached more nicely, I wouldn't mind this at all because it gives a lot of real estate to display your figure in action poses. Here is the Batman straight out of the box, and it's a very impressive figure. He's just in a museum pose, but he looks really cool. And the likeness to Robert Pattinson's Batman is fantastic. The screen accuracy is nearly perfect. What I really love is that the quality of the soft goods is really high, just like the die-cast and plastic accessories. Looks like Hot Toys has put an all-around effort in this toy. Just love that the suit is made out of fabric, which means that you can probably articulate this toy really well, which is a welcome change from previous Batman figures like the Suicide Squad Batman or the Dark Knight DX19 or the other DX Batmans, because the rubbery suit or the fat suit under the rubbery suit made it very challenging to articulate those figures, even though those figures look really nice. But for once, we have a nice looking figure that you can also articulate. Aside from the fabric costume, I also appreciate that the harder goods like the arm guard and the pauldrons, they're hard plastic, but they're still soft enough for you to manage them, for you to move them around if you need to. However, they're not too soft. They don't feel like they're going to break. Same with the belt. It's always a problem with Hot Toys belts that they will disintegrate in a few years, and some belts just break a few months out of the box. But this belt is very high quality, and I've already got some of the accessories over here inside. And the quality of the boots, again, outstanding. Really nicely stitched and very nicely painted, and they've been given some wear as well. Looking at the figure from the side profile is outstanding, And again, look at the attention to detail all over the body here. Looking at it from the back, we've already talked about this. The cape is actually very good. Hot Toys has had some bad luck with the Batman capes. Some of them have been quite terrible and have started an industry where people pay third-party artists to create capes for the Batman figures. But this one is pretty good. It has wires in it too, so you can mold it as you like. And I also like how it's got some mud right over here, just to give it that dirty look. There's mud on the cape, but there's none on the boots, so that doesn't make a lot of sense to me. So I've lifted the cape over his head. I know it looks a bit silly, but just to show you how much effort they've put in the back as well for the screen accurate costume. And the belt has some areas where you can add the accessories just for some extra play value. You've also got that sticky bomb gun holder over there, and you can open this up and it's attached by Velcro, and it again feels very solid. Does not feel like something that's going to break easily. They've also painted the base of the boots, which is a really nice touch by Hot Toys. I also like the pops of yellow color all around the suit, just gives it more character. Before we check out the articulation, let's have a closer look at the suit through the prime lens. So the head articulation should be pretty good because this is on a magnet. It's not a typical joint. So head tilts left very nicely. Tilts right. You can do pretty much anything you want with this head. Looks up very high. Looks down really nicely too. Tilts. Turns. Fantastic. Shoulder goes up about 80 degrees. Moves forward. Moves back too. Double jointed elbow, but held back because of the armor. Hands move quite freely. A little bit of an ab crunch, but there's some padding there holding it back. Waist tilts left, tilts right just a little bit, twists just a little bit, but held back because of the padding. Legs do stretch nicely. Good thigh rotation. Double jointed knee. And you can lift this part a bit and get some nice ankle movement. There's no cut at the toe, so there's no toe articulation, but that's fine. Because of the thickness of this boot, this figure stands really nicely. And overall, the articulation for a Batman figure is pretty good. There are some limitations, but you can get some very nice poses with this figure. Thumbs up. While we're in the subject of articulation, I wanted to show you guys some neat stuff. For starters, you manipulate the eyes just like you did with the regular sculpt. There are a couple levers here. Got a tool here. That's a pretty cool look. He looks like he's in detective mode. You can also, of course, change the faceplates. Just use the tool to take one out. That's pretty cool. In addition, you can take out... Actually, the manual encourages you to take out these pieces from the belt when you have them on the motorbike. My motorbike has not arrived, but it will arrive soon. I've already got some of his arsenal in these pouches. They're very sturdily made. I don't think they're going to break. I also like that there's a metal clip at the back. It's not Velcro. It's not some cost-effective way to hang this from the belt. So I really appreciate that too. So yeah, hanging these is quite simple and you feel confident hanging them. You don't feel like you're going to break the belt because the material on the belt is good. And as I said, the metal clips at the back of these pouches, they're very nicely made too. Turning to the back, I believe these are his flares and I've got them inside the pouches at the back. So to get his sticky bomb gun in and out, you just have to pull this open. This is Velcro, but it feels very solid. So you can pull it out if you want, and you can put it back in and just close the Velcro. Getting the Patterson sculpt on is not difficult at all. Simply remove the masthead, check out this neck piece, put the collar on, and get the sculpt on. Interestingly enough, you can also get the empty cowl on the head. This would work if you're doing like an armory look, like a bat cave look. So then you can just get the empty cowl in, and you might even want to remove the belt, which is easy to do because it's attached by Velcro at the back. One last thing I wanted to mention, and this is really cool, and you can just remove this batarang from his chest. I think that's really awesome. And again, like the other batarangs, this is made of metal, and it's very high quality. So I'm going to get this back on. Getting Batman inside the wingsuit is quite easy. You can slide the zip down, get him in, and slide the zip back up. The zip doesn't unhook, so don't try to do that or you're going to break the zip. But overall, the zip and the parachute skin suit is very well made. While I don't think I'm going to display him like this, I really do appreciate that Hot Toys has given us this option. Before we do some size comparisons and look at the final score for this figure, I thought it would be interesting to look at some poses in the toy room. Here is Bruce Wayne just holding the cowl. Now he's combed his hair down. He's dropped the cowl. He's ready to hang up his boots. He's back at the crime scene with his cowl on, and I think this figure looks amazing. He's got the Riddler envelope in his hand, and he looks a bit more disturbed now. Ready to fly into action with the grappling hook. Finally, he's got his fists out, ready to unleash some vengeance on some bad guys. Time for some size comparisons, and I thought it would be fun to pose Hot Toys Batman with McFarlane Batman, and you can see the size difference from 1/6 scale to what I believe is 1/12 scale. The Batman is now with the Dark Knight Rises Selina Kyle, and I hope he gets his own Catwoman released by Hot Toys soon. I know they haven't announced it yet, but I'm holding out hope. So here we have a Batman party. We've got 89 Batman, The Batman, Dark Knight Rises Batman, and Suicide Squad Batman, all by Hot Toys. I would say the best balance for aesthetically pleasing and articulation has to go to the Batman with Robert Pattinson. I think that is the best, most balanced toy out of all of them. Here's the Batman posing next to the Dark Knight Rises Batpod. Unfortunately, his bat cycle isn't in yet, so he's grabbed this one. He also doesn't have his own rogues gallery, so he's posing with the bad guys from the Dark Knight trilogy. My final score for the Batman Deluxe version by Hot Toys is going to be 5 out of 5 stars. This is one of the best sets Hot Toys has put out in years. The Batman looks outstanding, like he was ripped straight out of the film. The set features a large number of fun accessories, and the quality of the soft goods and accessories is exceptional. Every zip, buckle, piece of leather, rubber, and plastic is well made and feels durable. I love that the batarangs are die cast. I also think this is one of the best backdrops by Hot Toys in a while. Finally, the toy has a lot of play value with fun swap out features. There are some gripes though. While the portrait is really good, I wish the paint apps were more detailed. I like the messed up hair, accessory, but the color doesn't quite match. And it would have been nice if all the steps on the base lit up. These are minor complaints though. There's a reason why this set is selling out so quickly, and I would suggest you pick it up as soon as possible. That's all folks, that's my review. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you tune in again to Naman Reviews for more, and hope you stick around for more fun poses by the Batman. And of course, please hit the like button and subscribe button.